Now I ask you to please rise for the presentation of colors by the Chandler High School Air Force ROTC and remain standing while Justice Williams and Mikhail Reamer of Perry High perform the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Stay right here for me. The Chandler ROTC is under the direction of Gary Jones and Scott Goodson, and what a talented group of two vocalists we have in Justice and Mikhail. I want you to know that Joe Little oversees the choral program at Perry High School. Thank you all.
You're awesome.
Well, good evening. I'm Terry Locke, and I'd like to welcome everyone to our District Night of Recognition. Assisting tonight will be our governing board, and it's my pleasure to introduce them at this time. Our president is Karen McGee. Joining us shortly will be Vice President David Evans. He's getting off work a little late. Annette Auxier. Barbara Mosden. And Bob Rice. And our superintendent, Dr. Camille Castile. In fact, I'd like to invite Dr. Castile to lead us through our special recognition tonight.
Thank you, Terry. Good evening. Thank you all for coming and helping us celebrate so many honors. We are so blessed to have just exceptional families and students that attend our schools. And I get the honor of presenting state, national, and we have a few international awards that we've had this last semester. I'd like to begin by asking the Willis Junior High VEX Robotics team to the stage, please, if you'll make your way down here. I'd like to introduce you to the Willis Junior High Firebots team. They participated in the Arizona State VEX Robotics Championship tournament at Arizona State University earlier this semester. They had a tremendous showing, winning the prestigious Middle School Excellence Award as the best overall middle school team in the state. And their season wasn't over. They qualified for the VEX Robotics World Championships, where where they competed against the best from 27 countries. Congratulations to these students and teacher, Jason Pritchard. Did Jason make it up here? Jason Pritchard, our instructor? Oh, he's down here. Jason, take a bow with your kids. Thank you. I understand Patty Smith, I can't see over there, VEX coordinator for the region, has presented a banner for the school, and thank you very, very much. Next, we would like to thank you very much. You can go on down to your seats and enjoy. I'd like to introduce or honor the two schools that have earned the title of Arizona Educational Foundation A+ Schools of Excellence for 2015. I believe Pam Nephew, our Haley principal, Luke Hickey, our Humphrey School principal, and any of their staff members, would you please come to the stage? Now, wouldn't you know it, Mr. Hickey sat in the very last row. So, many of you know the A+ School of Excellence program is a comprehensive school assessment project that celebrates outstanding schools and brings to light the positive stories and successes happening in public schools every day. Schools that choose to go through this competition, they must first survive an exhaustive written proposal. If they pass the first cut, a team of judges visits the school to ensure that the school is as wonderful as it appears on paper. This can be very intimidating because they talk to the kids and to the parents, and they find out the real scoop. It's quite an undertaking, but both Haley and CTA Humphrey have demonstrated they are the best of the best. On a final note, we have another two schools that are in another phase of the A+ program, and they will be announced in 2 weeks. We're hopeful to have 2 additional CUSD schools join Haley and Humphrey. And thus far, Chandler Schools has had A+ schools awarded 70 times since 1983. We're very, very proud of them. Congratulations. Thank you.
I didn't know we were coming up here. We did not know.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Next, I'd like the Santan Junior High State Cheerleading Champions to come to the stage. This team of 23 girls worked hard all year for the biggest competition, and the hard work was rewarded. They earned first place in the state. The girls competed in 3 different competitions prior to this event to prep themselves for the big day. The routine consisted of stunts, tumbling, and a cheer. They were judged on their technique, their jumps, tumbling, stunts, choreography, and spirit. With Dustin Santoni's choreography and the girls' extreme motivation, their skill, their dedication, the energy, it led Santan to win at state. Coaches Kara Slopinski and Dustin Santoni are so incredibly proud of this amazing accomplishment, and so are we for these outstanding young ladies. Okay, now be careful going down the stage. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Assistant Principal Joe Green from Perry High School to join the board up here on stage. You go the other way. Perry High has distinguished themselves by implementing a STEM diploma program. They're drawing rave reviews, and the program has done nothing but become successful and it's due in large part to Mr. Green's leadership in this area. The students earn a STEM diploma along with their high school diploma by demonstrating proficiency in science, technology, engineering, and math coursework. In December, the Arizona School Board Association recognized Perry High with their prestigious, much-coveted Golden Bell Award. And most recently, the organization Expect More Arizona featured Perry's STEM diploma on their Expect More Excellence Tour. It's on their website. Congratulations to Dan Serrano, the principal, Joe Green, and the entire team at Perry High School. We're very proud of you. Now I'd like to recognize Marcus Beeling. Would you come forward, please, from Arizona College Prep Erie campus. Marcus has won the Chandler Unified School District Spelling Bee for the last 2 years. This year, no, there's more. He put frosting on the cake by going on to win the regional competition, and then on March 21st, he prevailed as the state spelling bee championship. Marcus follows in his brother's footsteps, Mitchell Beeling, who won the state bee in 2011. Mitchell is currently a senior at Chandler High. I'd say the Beeling family must be good spellers. Anyway, Marcus will go on to represent not only Chandler, but all of Arizona at the Scripps National Bee near Washington, D.C., and we wish him the very best. All right. Where are those boys state soccer champions, Chandler High School? It's an honor to recognize, oh my gosh, we have another one limping. It's an honor to recognize our Division I Boys State Championships at champions from Chandler High under the direction of Coach Sasha Hunter. Chandler won. It's and they look fabulous. Oh my gosh, you guys look great. They won their first ever Division I Boys Soccer State Championship this year. They entered the tournament number 7 seed and proceeded to win 4 nail-biters. First, they defeated Ironwood 3-2, then Barry Goldwater 1-0, and Brophy 3-2 to advance to the championship game, which was played on Valentine's Day. Chandler never trailed in a 3-2 win over Sandra Day O'Connor, bringing home the championship, and we're so proud of all of you, Coach Hunter. Thank you so much. Next, would Cindy Tran join us on the stage, please? Okay, are you ready for this one? This is the AP Studio Art Exam Perfect Score. It is rare that we feature former students at our night of recognition. But as you'll find out why we invited Cindy to be here, last year while attending Chandler High, Cindy became one of only 4 students in the world to earn a perfect score on an AP Studio Art 3D Design portfolio exam last spring. Cindy, we wanted to take credit since you were at Chandler High and wanted to honor you here. We learned of this achievement this year after she enrolled at Arizona State University. Her portfolio focused on the pattern and balance of ancient Chinese architecture, and she was able to explore different jewelry techniques to create forms in her concentration pieces. Congratulations, Cindy. We're so proud of you. We do have some exceptional students, and now I would like to invite all the students who qualified for the International Science Fair and any science teacher in the audience to please join us on stage, if you would, for just a couple minutes. Don't be shy. If you're a science instructor, we would like to recognize you as well. Chandler schools, while they're walking up here, once again excelled at the Arizona Science and Engineering Fair this month, with 72 students earning 106 awards. Also notably, Hamilton High School was named the Outstanding Senior High Division School of the Year for the second year in a row. Furthermore, this year, 9 of the 15 projects advancing to the international level are from Chandler schools. Tonight, we'd like to recognize the students who have qualified to compete internationally. Those projects, Caitlin, when I call your name, if you'll then shake the hands with the board and we'll know who you are, okay? Caitlin Loop and McKenna Loop, Arizona College Preparatory Erie. Their project, the effect of the type of harvesting method on the amount of algal mass recovered for economically feasible biofuel production. Farah El Tahami, Arizona College Prep Erie, nanotech fungi. Is Hal Kerrigan, Basha High School, can bacteria effectively reduce the toxicity of mine drainage? I'd say the future's in good hands with this generation. Samantha Bouchal, Basha High School, can Caspase-3 inhibitors improve cornea storage for transplant? Shona Das and Lisa Zhao, Hamilton High School, the effect of silicone and boron on arsenite uptake by maize. I'm sorry, I taught first grade. This is a little above my grade. Rebecca Jernigan, Hamilton High, the innovative use of proteolytic enzymes as a specific targeting antiviral. Manny Candon, Hamilton High, a novel solution for the visually impaired utilizing computer vision and vibrohaptics. Rakita Barati, Hamilton High, observations of phytosterol, a novel method of cancer treatment using plant-based steroid compounds. Arasat Najat, Hamilton High, developing an effective phage therapy for treatment of Staphylococcus, something like that. Okay. The effect of bacteriophage K solutions on methicillin-resistant Ariobacteria. It's MRSA. I promise I did practice and I had it down before I was up here. I'm just still overwhelmed by the accomplishments of our young people. Thank you so much. Future Farmers of America, FFA, state champions. Now we move on Chandler High, once again, if you would come forward this time. At this time, here's my FFA. I think I saw them out in the lobby. Awesome. Chandler won 2 championships, the agriculture mechanics team and the meat evaluation team. In addition, Logan Forbes took first place in the individual competition. Chandler earned the right to compete nationally. These championship teams will represent Arizona at the National FFA Career Development Event in Louisville, Kentucky. We are so proud to have a well-rounded array of career and technical programs, a well-rounded array of just programs for our young people, and they certainly have made us proud. Thank you so much, Chandler High. Just a few more. I'd like to ask Arjav Panya of Payne Junior High and Elliott Smith of Hamilton to the stage next. These students placed in this year's Polly Rosenbaum's writing contest prompt called Write a Creative Piece Convincing Non-Voters to Vote. This writing contest is named after Polly Rosenbaum. She's a former Arizona State representative and teacher who passed away in 2003 at the age of 104 years old. This writing contest is a long-standing tradition honoring her. She believed young people are the state's greatest resource. The selection process includes a review in January by educators, business leaders. They judge every entry with tremendous detail, rigorous criteria, and it is a very distinguished award, and we're so proud of both of you. Thank you very much. I have a few staff I'd like to recognize. If I could have our National Board Certification, our 3 honorees, Karen McBurney, Shailene Baxter of Santan, Karen McCarthy of Hamilton High. These outstanding women survived the rigorous process of National Board Certification. It's exhausting, overwhelming, but very rewarding. Karen McBurney and Bernie's entire teaching career, Karen, raise your hand, has been in Chandler schools. She was hired in 1999. She holds a Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education as well as a master's degree in curriculum instruction. Shailene, raise your hand. Shailene has been teaching since 1995, and her entire career has been in Chandler schools. She is also the district trainer for the Wilson Reading Program. She has a bachelor's degree in elementary and special education and a master's in elementary education. Karen McCarthy. She has been Karen has been teaching at Hamilton for 13 years. She has a master's in special education and a master's degree in counseling, where she provides support for students in and outside of general education classes. Currently, we have 12 teachers that are currently enrolled and working toward their certificate. I believe we have 12 that have already received the honor. So congratulations to the 3 of you. We're so blessed to have you in Chandler. Cesar Chavez Si Se Puede Award. We honored 7 educators from Chandler schools at the 15th Annual Recognition Awards Dinner this past month. Ann Bender, please come forward, Spanish teacher at Chandler High. Would you all start walking forward a little bit? Chandler High, Ann was honored for her mission to promote higher education for students and her commitment to helping students challenge themselves. Jennifer Duffy, special education case manager at Galveston Elementary School. Jennifer's professional and personal ethics make her an outstanding individual in the school setting. Her priority is to minister and attend to the children at Galveston, as well as their families. Dr. Becky Henderson, please come forward. Dr. Henderson is the principal of San Marcos Elementary School. She has created a culture where staff, students, and parents feel as though they can succeed and believe it. They focus on the whole child by raising the bar and helping students overcome economic challenges. Elizabeth Leone, paraprofessional at Galveston Elementary. Elizabeth embodies the community of Galveston. She's warm-hearted, caring, compassionate. They absolutely love her, and she gives so much to that community, and we are so blessed that she's part of our school district. Thank you, Elizabeth. Debbie Lamano from Willis Junior High, another outstanding educator, was unable to be with us tonight, but we certainly appreciate everything she's done for our students at Willis. Lisa Shore, principal at Fry Elementary School. Lisa, this is pretty accurate. She's described as a fireball. She is dedicated, driven, supportive of teachers and students. Is this your second year? Am I losing track? Huh? No, at Fry. A year in December, not even 2 years. She hit Fry like a fireball, and she's doing a fabulous job. We're so pleased to have you as part of our school district, Lisa. And finally, David Evans. Where are you, Dave? Oh. David Evans, our school board member, has quite a sense of humor, as you can tell. He earned the Educator's Achievement Award. He is a champion for students who are most at risk of dropping out or failing in school. He's helping to drive programs and to meet the needs of every child, and he is such an outstanding contributor on the school board, and we owe him a tremendous amount for his leadership. Thank you, David. Two more awards. Another governing board member was recently recognized. Mr. Rice, would you want to, no, you don't have to walk down. He was recognized and honored by the Arizona School Public Relations Association as the governing board member for contributions to public education. The East Valley is a better place for young people because of people just like Bob. He has volunteered in leadership positions in the East Valley for over 30 years. He's been on our school board 12 plus. In addition to being a visionary leader, he is an excellent communicator who illustrates the needs and achievements of the district to the community. He's very visible, very involved as a board member, and there's nothing he wouldn't do for our families of Chandler schools to make school an outstanding experience. Thank you. Okay, my last award is very special. It's special recognition because we'd like to invite Lisa Sijanovich to the stage. And we're recognizing one of our outstanding community partnerships. You know, we have so many businesses and organizations that support us. Lisa is part of the Subaru Superstore, that's hers. This is the second year Subaru Superstore of Chandler selected our foundation, the Chandler Education Foundation, as their participant in the Subaru's Share the Love campaign, whereby every customer purchasing a Subaru can select our foundation to receive $250. Collectively, this added up to a donation of $35,000 that they presented to our foundation last month. You know, the wonderful thing about this is over half that money will go to help our teachers, scholarship them for advanced coursework. And the remaining donation is earmarked for 14 $1,000 student scholarships that will be awarded this May. Richard and Lisa, we are so proud and pleased that you're parents in our school district, that you value what we have to offer, and we love Subaru. Thank you. That was a long time. Okay.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Karen McGee, and I'm president of the governing board. And on behalf of myself and the governing board, we want to congratulate all the award winners tonight. We are so proud of you, and we're so honored to be serve on your governing board.
Thank you, Karen. We're going to move right along with the student recognition first. Our first student recipient is Brianna Williams from Sanborn Elementary. Brianna follows all the school rules, is kind to all students, respectful to all adults on campus, volunteers around campus, and works hard in the classroom. She's played competitive softball for years, but never lets it get in the way of getting her schoolwork done at the high level. Outside the classroom, Bree is involved in many school activities such as band, math club, choir, and is the president of the Sanborn Student Council. Leah Mesa from Anderson Elementary. Leah is a respectful, responsible student who always does above and beyond what is asked of her. She loves spending time helping fellow students, teachers, and her school. Leah is always friendly, a great example for others, and displays a willingness to help in the office. She's a member of the service club, a library helper, and donates time to do book checkout. Her favorite accessory is her smile. Davina Gustafson from Basha Elementary. Davina, a fifth grade student, is always kind, courteous, and a respectful student. On a daily basis, she gets off the bus with her two younger brothers and also other kindergartners and walks them to their classrooms. She's been very responsible in making sure that these young students arrive safely, cross the playground, and get to their classroom. We celebrate Davina as she's a great example of exhibiting pride at Basha. Go ahead and go down. Akasha Aranmu. Akasha is an outstanding student at Bologna Elementary. She's involved in many activities in and outside of school, including taking part in the Sister Moses musical, competing in the district spelling bee, and being a class representative for student council. She's incredibly friendly to all of her peers and always ready to lend a helping hand to her classmates and teachers around campus. Akasha is a responsible youth who will continue to make a positive impact on all those who get to work with her and teach with her. Congratulations. Derek Fernandez from Carlson Elementary. Derek always does his best. He's well liked by all students and staff at Carlson and is often approaching students and asking them to join his group during recess time. Derek is a very active student at Carlson. He's a member of Battle of the Books, the Carlson Choir, Student Council, and be playing the lead in this year's School Drama Club play as Peter Pan. He wears his school spirits with pride every week without fail. We have some twins from Conley Elementary, Carson Wynn and Macy Wynn. Come on, join us. Carson Wynn is an outstanding student. He sets a great example for all his peers and gets his great character qualities, work and study ethic, and ability to help those in need. He's an honor student and a student council member. And Macy Wynn is an excellent, conscientious student who always goes above and beyond in all she does. She continues to be on the honor roll and is an inspiration to others with her kind, caring way. A couple of great twins. Camilla Norton from CTA Freedom. Camilla is an outstanding student who is not only dedicated to her academics, but also exhibits great character. Camilla tutors first grade students in the accelerated reading program. She takes this responsibility seriously and is eager every morning to go and help those young readers. She's also an active part of the community, participating in her young women's group at church and playing basketball for a local club. Sean Kagood from CTA Goodman. Sean notices when things need to be done, and he does them. He's very empathetic, noticing when his classmates are in need of a kind word or a helping hand. He's always willing to share his ideas during classroom discussions. Sean is not afraid to take a risk or go out of his comfort zone. He greets everyone, peers and adults, with respect, a shining positive attitude, and infectious smile. Daisy Valenzuela from CTA Humphrey. Daisy is a great role model for others. She serves on the Red Hats Community Service Club, volunteering time toward the school and community. She always has a positive attitude and smile on her face. Daisy is a respectful, responsible student who has a great work ethic. Keely Kroger from CTA Independence. Keely is an outstanding student at CTA Independence. She's outgoing, caring, responsible, and a model student. She's been involved in safety patrol for the last 2 years and a part of student council since she was in 4th grade. Keely is now student council president and does a wonderful job representing the school. Andrew Myers from CTA Liberty. Andrew is a super student, musician, and athlete who serves as a role model for his peers. Andrew is a high-achieving student who works diligently and attentively. He plays the bass and made the district's honor orchestra this year. Andrew is well-rounded. He also plays baseball and a variety of other activities and is active through his church. Michael Martinez from Fry Elementary. Whenever someone mentions Michael, amazing is the word used most often to describe him. For example, last quarter, Michael did not miss a single day of school and maintained an A in all of his subjects. Not an easy task for most students, but he did this while playing basketball and practicing several nights a week. He's polite, funny, and he isn't afraid to be himself. Nick Rochia from Fulton Elementary. Nick is the epitome of a well-rounded student and displays exceptional character on a daily basis. His infectious enthusiasm and ever-present smile brings happiness and a positive attitude to all those around him. Nick is enthusiastic and approaches everything he does with compassion and the drive to succeed. Alan Moreno from Galveston Elementary. Alan always participates in class discussions and asking questions when he is unsure about anything. He's involved in extracurricular activities such as Jam Pack and Si Se Puede soccer. He's a good friend to his peers and always showing leadership by helping out any student in need. Thank you, Alan. Parker Stapefield from Haley Elementary. Parker has attended Haley since kindergarten. He is well respected and well liked due to his caring, outgoing personality. He's been an outstanding student academically, receiving honor and principal's list. Due to Parker's outstanding leadership abilities and desire to always get along, he represents all that is good, kind, and outstanding. Bridget Pitts from Hancock Elementary. Bridget is a natural leader and demonstrates exemplary citizenship on a daily basis. Bridget serves as student council president. She challenges herself with accelerated coursework and participates in extracurricular activities, all in which she excels. Bridget stands for what is right and leads by example when faced with difficult situations. Matthew Rojas from Hartford Sylvia Encinas Elementary. Matthew is an excellent student who always strives to do his best with a positive attitude. He participates in class discussions and willingly helps other students needing help understanding a concept. Matthew is an excellent leader who is respected not only by his peers, but also by his teachers. Brooke Newton from Hull Elementary School. Be careful, Brooke. Brooke recognizes when someone is in need of a friend and supports her peers, giving compliments willingly and shares materials with those who need them. She is extraordinarily kind to all people. She does all she can to help and simply be there for others. Brooke puts forth her best effort in school, and her sense of responsibility shines through on a daily basis. Francesca Martin from Jacobson Elementary. Francesca Martin is a 5th grade student at Jacobson, and she worked with Mrs. Beck, the school counselor, to bring buddy benches to Jacobson. The buddy bench is a place for students to go if they need someone to sit with and play with. If someone sees a student sitting at the buddy bench during recess, they're encouraged to go and ask the person to play. Francesca drafted letters asking for donations of the bench, took them to local Home Depot or home improvement stores, and spent time following up. The Home Depot graciously donated 2 benches along with the paint and supplies. McKay Smith from Knox Gifted Academy. Responsible, dedicated, courteous, and intelligent. These are just a few of the adjectives used to describe Knox Gifted Academy 6th grader McKay Smith. He always has a smile on his face and uses his terrific sense of humor to make people smile and feel at ease. McKay is well-rounded, and he's active with the VEX Robotics Team, Flag Corps, Battle of the Books, and plays the cello, making the honors orchestra. Casey Pointer from Navarrete Elementary. Casey is a shining star. She works hard in all of her academic areas and always gives 100% effort. She is responsible and reliable and a role model for others. Casey is also unassuming, not likely to show off or brag about her accomplishments. Casey can always be counted on to show good character at Navarrete. Kaylin Tolman from Patterson Elementary. Staff at Patterson are impressed by Kaylin's quality of character. She's a fine young person. Her kindness and caring for others is evident in her daily life. Kaylin has always been willing to help a friend or be a friend. She's very conscientious about her grades and her responsibilities as a student. She takes pride in her work and puts forth to put her best effort always. Congratulations. Casey Wolfswinkle from Riggs Elementary. Respectful, honest, caring, and hardworking are a few of the traits that Casey displays each day at Riggs Elementary. Casey shows enthusiasm every day while following all of the 6 pillars of characters. Casey's I love school attitude makes it a pleasure for others to be around him. Casey always has a smile on his face, and he's just always in a good mood. Congratulations. Ariana O.C. from Ryan Elementary. Ariana O.C. from Ryan Elementary. Ariana is a student who excels in her academic and extracurricular activities. She's a responsible young lady who will stay in for recess to complete her homework or get ahead on classroom projects. She is kind, hardworking, sincere, and a humble young lady. Ariana is an asset to Ryan Elementary School. Jelena Anderson from San Marcos Elementary. Jelena is creative and thinks outside the box to find new and different ways to solve problems. Jelena is kind to everyone and isn't afraid to be herself. She values others' opinions and she's confident on her own. Jelena is part of the KSMB news team and is a very responsible student. She's very cooperative, both the teachers and her peers. She is funny, kind, and a pleasure to have in class. Congratulations. Mia Romero from Santan Elementary. Mia is a young lady who is a goal setter and a go-getter. She is currently maintaining grades that represent her dedication to her education while also leading the campus as student council president. She is a role model to others with her level of respect and kindness. Additionally, she's involved in a club soccer team where she devotes herself to improving her skills as well as traveling for tournaments while keeping up her schoolwork. Congratulations. Colin Donnellan from Shumway Elementary. Colin is the first to volunteer for any need within the classroom and is a leader among his peers in showing cooperation. Okay. Colin is the first to volunteer for any need in the classroom and a leader with his peers in showing cooperation, enthusiasm, and perseverance. Colin's a member of the Chirpin Crickets, as well as being this year's treasurer for Student Council. Brandon Walker from Tarwater Elementary. Brandon can be found sharing his warm heart and sharp wit with everyone he meets. Daily, he can be overheard excitedly discussing his newest trick he landed on his skateboard at the bridge, or the latest skill learned in his 8th grade pre-algebra lesson. Remember, this is an elementary student here. Brandon has a passion for music and is a member of the school's band, drum club, percussion team, and the running club. Ivana Baez from Weinberg Elementary. Ivana is an amazing 5th grader at Weinberg. She's a hard worker, and her strong work ethic allows her to excel in all academic areas. She is an excellent role model for her peers and is a great friend who is caring and compassionate toward others. Ivana serves on student council as well as part of the Weinberg Network News. She has the characteristics of a great leader who will continue to shine in everything she does. On to our junior high school students with Kyle Coffey from Anderson Junior High. Kyle is involved in both student council and Junior National Honor Society. He participates in community service projects both at school and outside of school. He's always polite and respectful to his peers and values the ideas of others. Kyle is always the first member to arrive at student council meetings and always the last to leave. Thank you, Kyle. Connor Abernathy from Bogle Junior High. Connor is an outstanding student from the CATS Gifted program at Bogle. He has been with the core teachers for 2 years, and they all respect and admire his tenacity, as well as his Bogle grit, they call it. As a member of the media crew, he creates and develops announcements and can be seen most mornings performing them. In addition, Connor is a member of the National Junior Honor Society and currently serving as the Vice President for Student Council. Do I have Daniel Feldkamp next? Daniel Feldkamp is next from Payne Junior High School. Daniel is an exceptional young man. He is intelligent, artistically gifted, and has a big heart. Daniel has volunteered in the past at a horse ranch for those coping with addiction. He recently was one of the finalists in the district spelling bee. And Daniel has been working very hard in band as well, where he is both in concert band and jazz band. And we understand he's becoming a very impressive trumpet player. Congratulations. Patrick Casola from Santan Junior High. Patrick is an 8th grader who volunteers in a classroom for special needs students. Patrick has built a connection with all 14 of the students by participating with them during academics, social skills, activities, and unified sports. Patrick walks into the classroom with a positive attitude for learning, and he's a committed student who continually demonstrates organization and responsibility while juggling soccer, school, and various volunteer activities. Congratulations. Sandy Santos from Willis Junior High. Sandy has been a member of the Willis Power Hour since the beginning of the program. Sandy has a work ethic that is extremely impressive. From the time she walks in the door to the minute she leaves, she is dedicated to improving her skills. Sandy was the first student to complete a series in the program and has completed many other firsts. She's graduated from the original program to the next level of programs and continues to strive for excellence. From our alternative campuses, Emily Jojala from Arizona College Prep Erie campus. Come on and join us. Now, what distinguishes Emily is not just her desire for personal growth, but her passionate dedication to the idea that all deserving people should be given a crack at the American dream, and that's what sets Emily apart. She truly cares for and respects others and yearns to learn how she can help everyone in our society feel appreciated and successful. Krista Rowan from Arizona College Prep Oakland campus. Krista is mature beyond her years. Her maturity is seen through the way she treats fellow students with kindness and respect. Her leadership skills are evident in the classroom as well as in the athletic realm. She's taken new students and tutored them in the Spanish class. And Krista is a good athlete playing for the championship volleyball team and serves as captain for the basketball team. Congratulations. Brianna Reeb from Basha Accelerated Middle School. I don't know if you know this, but Basha High School actually has a program for grades 6, 7, and 8. and Brianna serves as the business manager for the student council that grades. She sets a positive example for all students in her academic endeavors as well as her social interactions. Brianna's sense of compassion is evident on and off campus as her willingness to volunteer in community food drives and various charity events. We thank you. Benjamin Howell from Chandler Early College. Chandler Early College staff often refer to Ben as the mayor of Chandler Early College High School because he makes it a point to greet new students and make them feel welcome. He has created CECs. You gotta like it. Gotta like the ingenuity, don't you? Congratulations, Ben. From Hill Learning Academy, Monica Plancarte. Monica is a role model high school student who shows maturity, self-awareness, drive, and determination. Every day that she comes into class, she gives her very best and in turn helps other students if they are struggling with the material. She has blossomed into quite the mathematician, and it's an absolute pleasure to have her at the Hill Learning Academy. Jessica Montoya from Hill Learning Academy at ICANN. Jessica came to Hill Academy at ICANN to finish her senior classes and graduate. She has twin girls, one with severe medical needs, but Jessica's maturity shines on a daily basis, and it's a true joy to work with her. The smile on her face speaks volumes about her outlook on life. She does not give up on the midst of chaos and looks for the silver lining in everything. Congratulations. From our high schools, Catherine Jean could not be here tonight, I believe, but I believe Mom is here, right? Accepting the award for her daughter, Madison Jean. Catherine Jean is here. Madison Jean couldn't be with us. She's on a plane to Orlando, Florida to attend the DECA International Career Development. But Madison Jean is a senior that embodies all values Basha High teaches. She's responsible as she is the president of the Interact Club as well, and co-founder and co-president of the March of Dimes Club. Madison is active member of the National Honor Society, assists with activities with Habitat for Humanity, and immense help with the inaugural Academic Decathlon Invitational. Congratulations, Mom, too. Yes. Jordan Wilson from Chandler High School. Jordan participates in football and track while maintaining a strong GPA. Jordan is a model student at Chandler High, always smiling and keeping a positive attitude, never letting on any difficulties that he might be getting through. The administration, coaches, and teachers are more than impressed with the way Jordan presents himself, both in the classroom and on the field. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete. Kendra Penningroth from Hamilton High School. Kendra maintains her high GPA while being a member of the very competitive varsity soccer team and working as an editorial assistant at Ocotillo Living magazine. She comes to her seniors honors English class well prepared and ready with comments and questions about the literature under discussion. As the editorial intern, she is very focused on ensuring that Hamilton High School students and staff are recognized in the publication, which is written for members of the community. Congratulations. Maria Amador from Perry High School. Now, Maria is from Costa Rica. She's a hard worker who is willing to help others in class with their Spanish. She's always cordial and on time to class and goes above and beyond expectations on any assignment or project. She will do something amazing in the future. Thank you, Maria, for all you do. If you look at the back of your forms, too, you're going to have the narrative there as well, so I want you to know that as well. How about another round of applause for all of our student winners tonight? Now, we take the photos and we put those on display in the district office for about 6 months, so that's why we do this. We like to showcase these kids for another half a year or so. Let's move straight on to the volunteer recognition. Let's have all the volunteers do what the kids did, right? Just follow them to your right-hand side, and they're going to line you up. First up is Donna. Donna Gerardo from Anderson Elementary. Donna helps with art masterpiece, music productions, and field trips. She volunteers at many school events and helped out on Photography Day with school photos. Donna is consistent and dependable. Anderson Elementary community appreciates her willingness to help out wherever is needed. We thank you, Donna. Jen Lyle from Basha Elementary. On any given day, Jen can be found in the workroom making copies for an entire grade level. She's always willing to help not only her teachers, her children's classroom teachers, but the entire grade level, as well as any other teacher that may need help. Jen has been a blessing to the staff at Basha, assisting in activities such as field trips, classroom mom, art masterpiece field day, and teacher appreciation. Melinda Breeze from Bologna Elementary. Bologna staff are grateful for all the time she spent helping small groups of students in the classroom. Melinda has served as the Bologna PTO president for the past 4 years. She's an endless source of creative ideas for providing funding sources and fun for the kids. Her dynamic personality keeps everyone around her energized. Melissa Jensen from Carlson Elementary. Melissa has been a committed volunteer since the establishment of Carlson in 2012. She regularly volunteers to help in all 3 of her children's classrooms, both through teacher support, copying, and art masterpiece. She shares her talent for photography by regularly taking pictures in her children's classrooms and then compiling them into a slideshow keepsake for each student in the class at the end of the year. Thank you. How about the couple here, Derek and Isabel Dominguez? Both of you come up. They're from Conley Elementary School. You can see them working at Conley on any given day. They help by prepping for their boys' 1st and 2nd grade classrooms, making copies, preparing learning materials, and working in the lit lab. Isabel is the PTO secretary and volunteers for countless hours toward this. She plans and organizes many activities that help the Conley community and provides wonderful experience to the students and families. And we thank you both. I don't believe Kathy Hans can join us tonight. We'll move on to Molly Dodd from CTA Goodman. Molly has been the PTO president for the past 3 years. She has presented great ideas, inspired school spirit, and is a tireless worker for the children and the school. She has guided the families and staff through fun runs, readathons, cookie dough, teacher appreciation days, school spirit, shirts, sales, and much more. And we thank you, Molly. Tabitha Hickey from CTA Humphrey. Tabitha serves as a parent volunteer every year in her children's classes. Her responsibilities include copying, laminating, and bookbinding. Tabitha has been the parent volunteer for the Art Masterpiece program, and she always makes every student feel special and successful. The students always love having Tabitha in the classroom. Amanda Chandler from CTA Independence Campus. Amanda has served on the PTO for several years and volunteers her photography services on a regular basis. Amanda has been instrumental in the fundraising arena, helping to fund computers inside the school and shade on the playground. She also organizes Spring Fling event, and Amanda works so hard, always with a smile, and one step ahead of the game, keeping everyone on track. Thank you. Carolyn Hale from CTA Liberty Campus. Carolyn worked tirelessly to represent CTA Liberty School when she was a PTO officer last year. Now she's a very talented and reliable volunteer in the library. Because of her, the library can be open to students while a class is being run. As a former librarian herself, Carolyn possesses the ability to make decisions on the library's behalf and does so with precise judgment. Congratulations. Norma Ramirez from Fry Elementary. Norma is an asset to the Fry PTO and the community. For the last 2 years, she has served as vice president on the Fry PTO. She puts in hours to assist with all events pertaining to PTO and the school. Norma heads up Ritz Roundup in getting volunteers, vendors, volunteers, and making the night a huge success for the families. She is willing to do whatever is needed at any time, and she knows it'll help the teachers and the kids. We thank you, Norma. Kim Aramija from Fulton Elementary. Kim arrives in the classroom with a smile on her face, willing to take on any project for staff. She reaches out daily, offering her support. Children respond positively to Kim because she expresses a genuine interest in them and is so very patient. Kim is committed to working with children on a regular basis each week and has been instrumental in many Fulton student academic growth. Congratulations. Next is Janet Drez from Galveston Elementary. Now, Janet has been volunteering for kindergarten teachers for 2 years, but the most interesting part about Janet and her husband, a teacher at Willis Junior High, is they moved to the Galveston neighborhood in order for there to be a house where kids can go and play basketball and pool and be safe. They also hold community functions. Just last month, they had a snow day and had 8 tons of snow hauled in over to their homes. And in December, they had a Christmas party and had hot dogs, games, and crafts. We thank you. Megan Bell from Haley Elementary. Megan is the PTO co-president at Haley. This is a very important and demanding position that requires enormous amount of time and responsibility. She always responds to the staff in a positive, friendly, and efficient manner. Megan has introduced some new ideas that have all been well received by the community. Amy Caleri from Hancock Elementary. Amy is the PTO Teacher Appreciation and Hospitality Chair. Amy volunteers in the classroom, helps plan fun events for the students, and contributes countless hours of her time. Amy helps teach Art Masterpiece and also helps with math rotations and math practice. Amy is a vital part of the PTO and responsible for planning all teacher appreciation breakfasts and lunch. Marianne Pearson from Hartford, Sylvia Encinas. Marianne volunteers in 3 classrooms at Hartford, even though she doesn't have any students who attend the school. She reads with a small group of students, working on comprehension and fluency. Her background in special education is a definite asset, as she pulls some great ideas out of her teaching bag of tricks to help the students understand a concept they are working on. We thank you. From Hull Elementary, Shelley Warren. Shelley is the PTO secretary, and the teachers and staff at Hull Elementary and the PTO are all recognizing Shelley for all the work she does for the school and its students. She's worked on the PTO for 4 years and is currently the secretary, as I'd mentioned before. She's responsible for fundraisers that have allowed the school to purchase materials to support curriculum and instructional practices. Thank you, Shelley. Mike Hummel from Jacobson Elementary. Mike is father to a 3rd and 4th grader at Jacobson and a member of the Dad's Club. This spring, Mike took the lead on planning and organizing Jacobson's very first daddy-daughter dance. Mike arranged for a delicious catered meal, beautiful decorations, a DJ, and a photo booth to make the event memorable for all the students and the parents. Thank you, Mike. Eugene Marr from Knox Gifted Academy. Eugene is a key mentor for the VEX robotics team. In the span of 6 months, he has a team of 6th graders competing against junior high and high school programs. Eugene has worked with the students, giving them the knowledge and tools to design, build, and program their robots. His ability to explain complex engineering and programming terms and processes to 6th graders is opening doors and creating excitement about science and technology. Jen Pugh from Navarrete Elementary. Jen spends hours in her unending dedication to help make school events fun for students, families, and staff. She is undeniably the heart and soul of the PTO. She is kind-hearted and endearing and has no problem including and involving others. Her dedication and spirit help to motivate not only other volunteers at the school, but the staff and students as well. Thank you. Sean Carter from Patterson Elementary. Is Sean here today? How about Eva Cook from Riggs Elementary? Eva makes a difference in the lives of students both in and out of the classroom. She assists with the running club, picture days, and snow day. You will also find her in the workroom operating copy machines and a laminator. The children absolutely adore her, and this is due to her patience while listening to them and her genuine pride when the students are successful. And we thank you, Eva. Next is Monica Calvillo from Ryan Elementary. Is Monica here tonight? Okay, let's move on. Sanborn Elementary, we actually have a mom and grandma team, right? Linda Wright and Marie Britton. Yeah, both of you come up on stage. Now, Linda is a parent of 4 children that have attended Sanborn, and Marie is their grandmother. Both Linda and Marie have been outstanding volunteers, sharing their time, talent, and love for children. Since their oldest began school at Sanborn, the ladies have regularly visited the classroom as guest readers and created a love for reading. Their time is extended beyond the school day as they sponsor a Sanborn Girl Scout troop, which planted a beautiful garden in one of the school's courtyards. And we thank you both. Paula Edmonds from San Marcos Elementary. Paula not only volunteers on the San Marcos campus, she finds and trains other volunteers in the community for San Marcos. Paula is always willing to communicate with teachers, office staff, and administrators about how she can help provide volunteers. She trains and educates the volunteers about the needs of San Marcos, and Paula is always positive and very reliable. Thank you. Shannon Bueller from Santan Elementary. Shannon is a current member of the Santan PTO, in which she helped facilitate the Fall Festival, Art Masterpiece, and Parent-Teacher Conference dinners for staff. She has always provided service to the classroom as a weekly volunteer and silent auction basket coordinator. She is currently serving on the Superintendent Advisory Committee for her 2nd year as well as the Site Council. We thank you, Shannon. Cecilia Lara from Shumway Elementary. Cecilia works tirelessly with an endless smile at Shumway, many hours each week helping her students, her children's teachers, Art Masterpiece, ceramics, PTO, office staff, cafeteria, and wherever she is needed. She works with small groups of kindergartners and 1st graders to provide extra time for struggling readers to practice their skills also. We thank you, Cecilia. Joni Park from Tarwater Elementary. Over the years, Joni has given countless hours to Tarwater, not only assisting in her granddaughter's classrooms, but throughout the entire school. Joni regularly copies and prepares materials for entire grade levels, makes Art Masterpiece lessons interesting and enjoyable for children, works with individual students on math facts and class projects, and assists with class parties and events. We thank you for all you do. Barry Atha from Weinberg Elementary. Barry is a super grandfather to 5 grandchildren at Weinberg. He works in all 5 classrooms, helping the classroom teachers. Barry copies various preparation materials, assists with math and reading fluency stations for 6th grade. In the primary grades, he helps with small groups, listens to individual students read, and he's the king of copying. We thank you, Barry. From Bogle Junior High School, we have Jill Deutsch here tonight. Nicole Pyle could not join us. But along with Nicole, Jill has served as active board members during the school year at Bogle Junior High. As hospitality co-chairs, they organize, plan, and implement so many events on campus that serve to enrich the educational experience for students and improve the work environment for all the staff members at Bogle Junior High School. Suzanne Klinkenberg from Payne Junior High. Suzanne has been instrumental in helping out with the Booster Club throughout the school year. She was instrumental to planning and running Payne's extremely successful 6th grade curriculum night. She's currently helping to organize the 8th grade end of the year dance, has worked the concession stand at athletic events, and assisted with family movie night. Suzanne, we thank you. Penny Bose from Santan Junior High. For the past 2 years, Penny has served as a volunteer avid tutor at Santan Junior High. Her consistent presence and concern for the kids has been crucial to the survival of the tutorial program in Avid. Penny has not missed one tutorial in 2 years. She goes above and beyond to help kids with their questions and their classwork. Thank you. Beverly Hernandez from Willis Junior High School. Bev has coordinated numerous fundraisers and events and is constantly seeking opportunities that will benefit the Willis campus. She's extremely supportive of her teachers, students, and the administration, spending countless hours in an effort to make a difference in the school community. Bev has volunteered to assist the Willis Orchestra and is one of several parents who has played an absolutely essential role in helping the Willis Firebots robotic teams earn the Middle School Excellence Award and qualifying for the VEX World Championships. Thank you. From Arizona College Prep Erie campus, Karen Tonkinson. Karen is an extremely valuable member of the ACP Erie community, from restructuring and leading the Booster Club to assisting on the school marketing committee to helping in the office. Karen does it all and always with a smile. Much of what ACP Erie has become and will become is due in part to Karen's dedication, creativity, and passion to see students in school succeed. Jared Bigelow from Arizona College Prep Oakland campus. Now, Jared's a volunteer wrestling coach, and Coach Bigelow worked tirelessly throughout the wrestling season. He was at practices daily, always prepared to help wherever he was needed. He went in wherever he was needed with no questions asked, always with great energy and enthusiasm. Whether it was the weight room for lifting or the field for conditioning or the wrestling room for wrestling, he was always pushing the boys to get better in a positive and supportive manner. Tisha Edwards from Basha Accelerated Middle School. Tisha is the leader of the parent committee at AMS. She organizes all Accelerated Middle School family functions from pizza night to sports night. Because of her dedication, time, and effort, the school remains a tight-knit group of families reaching out to assist each other in the common goal of promoting self-confident and noble students. We thank you, Tisha. I don't believe Melody Smith could be here tonight, so we move on to Marissa Kobar from Chandler High School. Melody nor Marissa? How about Brenda Butler from Hamilton High School? Brenda works tirelessly in support of the ROTC program as a big advocate for the cadets. She's assisted with the concession stand and mentored 4 students each night, ensuring they would provide a positive experience for the hungry basketball fans. Brenda has also spent countless hours petitioning local businesses and vendors on behalf of the program to raise funds and raise awareness of the value of the Air Force Junior ROTC program. Thank you. Tina Thompson and Patty Maxwell from Perry High School. These are band booster officers, and Tina and Patty have been an integral part of the Perry Puma Regiment as parents and volunteers. They have the responsibility for concessions at all home football games, which can become a monster if not handled correctly. But Tina and Patty are as organized as any people around and seem to tame the beast with ease. Never has there been a cleaner, better organized, or streamlined concession area for the fans. Thank you both. For the first time, we have a volunteer from our Support Services Division, Harlan Van Wyck. Now, Harlan used to work for us, but he's also been volunteering in his retirement. He joined CUSD in 1986. Although he may be retired, he's at Support Services volunteering almost daily. He also volunteers at Chandler High School football games. Harlan's been a mentor to plumbers and continues to find ways to save CUSD money. He's very dedicated, and we are lucky to have him. Thank you, Harlan, for all you do for support services in the district. How about another round of applause for all of tonight's volunteers? One more group. Last but not least, our staff recognition, and just follow the trend. Start to the right. First up is Jen Young. A third grade teacher, Jen embodies everything wanted in a fellow teacher: kindness and generosity, a strong work ethic, and a great collaborator, a love of kids and a passion for teaching. She finds the best in each student and works hard to provide a learning experience that is individual to each child. Beyond the classroom, she organizes junior achievement, is the co-director of the Astronaut Choir, and has helped lead Running Club and volunteers for such events as the Talent Show and Glow Dance. We thank you, Jen. Megan Vogus from Basha Elementary. Megan is an amazing music teacher with a positive spirit. She greets every class as well as staff members with a smile on her face. She plays a role in the planning of the district choral events for students and takes the Basha Choir to sing at the Capitol every year. She always does great work with her performing groups and provides students with phenomenal musical experiences. We thank you, Megan. Shemaine Wright, music teacher at Bologna Elementary. Although this is Shemaine's first year in Chandler, she has already made a tremendous difference at Bologna in the short time she's been there, creating top-notch musical performances. Shemaine also ensures that all students, including special needs students, are involved in the performances. Shemaine has been instrumental in organizing student council and heading up the wellness program at Bologna. Next is Marianne Fairchild from Carlson Elementary. Marianne displays exemplary customer service, organizational skills, attention to detail, and great smile that are the glue that holds Carlson together. There is no question that Marianne cannot either answer with her own knowledge, her own depth of knowledge, or direct individuals to the correct resources they need to get their questions resolved. Marianne goes above and beyond her duties as a strong advocate for support staff, not only at Carlson, but also district-wide. Christine Ochin from Conley Elementary, third grade teacher. Christine is a fantastic mentor to new teachers and always supportive of her team and others she works with. She's always willing to donate her time and resources to anyone in need. Christine spends endless hours at work and at home finding ways to provide the students with the best lessons and strategies. She goes above and beyond when communicating with parents and will go to any length to make sure they are aware of their child's needs. Thanks for the great work, Christine. Next is Christina Eckenboy from CTA Freedom. As the school health assistant, Christina has shown the expertise and compassion needed for the job of school health official. She is always poised and equipped to handle each situation or her emergency as they arise. Her caring comes through as she eases the children's worries and lets them know that everything will be fine. Christina has such an ease about her that makes even the most urgent matters work out in the end. Thank you, Christina. Velma Andrzejewski could not be here tonight, so next is Andrea Thornton Miller from CTA Humphrey. Andrea is a case manager and school counselor, and for the past 7 years, Andy has worked tirelessly to ensure all Humphrey students and staff have a supportive environment where they can be successful. She is a master multitasker and responsible for a wide variety of duties on campus, including managing all special education services, communicating character traits, teaching anti-bullying strategies, and supporting students having difficulties emotionally, academically, and socially. We thank you, Andy. Next is Wendy Olson from CTA Independence. Wendy is described as the attendance tech extraordinaire. She's a superwoman when it comes to working in the front office at CTA Independence. She's exceedingly dependable and has a faultless understanding of various business applications. Wendy's customer service skills are immeasurable, and she handles all situations with impeccable professionalism, grace, and sincerity. Plus, she is a constant source of enthusiasm in uplifting staff morale. Thank you, Wendy. Daleen Husky from CTA Liberty. Another music teacher. Daleen specializes in a subject area that enhances the lives of students. Every day, she plans and executes lessons for back-to-back classes, and on most days sponsors an after-school club that further enriches students' understanding, appreciation, and love for all that can be called music. She works tirelessly to direct performances throughout the year. Her love of music and for her students shows in all she does. Lupe Vigil from Fry Elementary. Lupe is the special education clerk and office clerk. She greets Fry students, staff, and parents with a smile in the front office, making everyone feel welcome. She is wonderful in helping with difficult situations. Lupe also works as the special education clerk and takes care of a number of communications as well as much of the paperwork. Her attention to detail makes her invaluable to the special education team. Thank you, Lupe. Margie Foster, librarian, Fulton Elementary. Margie's an amazing librarian, but she's so much more. She's been part of the Fulton team since the beginning when the school opened in 2007. Margie has made her library the heart of Fulton Elementary. Book fairs, book birthday clubs, and guest authors are just a few of the exciting events that take place in the library. Not to mention the annual Monster Mash, a neighborhood block party where Fulton families gather to socialize, play games, and dance the night away. Mitch Blunt, the media specialist at Galveston Elementary. Mitch's colleagues describe him as an awesome coworker, willing to help in any way. He has a lot of responsibilities on campus, from librarian, bookkeeper, spelling bee, art club, Battle of the Books leader, team leader, and he schedules fun assemblies as well. He always adds jobs to his plate, such as helping student council, painting faces at carnivals, and other student activities. He is also the school webmaster and makes sure the website is up to date and helps teachers with their websites. Mitch, we appreciate all you do. Thank you, Mitch. Marty Oakes, paraprofessional from Haley Elementary. Marty is a paraprofessional in the K-3 ADEPS classroom. Marty gives her all when she sits down to work with a student. She is firm and has high expectations, but is so patient and loving at the same time. Marty sees the potential in all of the children and works diligently to harness this potential. Marty gives the students confidence and helps them grow to leaps and bounds. Thank you, Marty. Jackie Hensley from Hancock Elementary. Jackie defines excellence. As one of the special education teachers at Hancock, both teachers and students seek her help. She is helpful, knowledgeable, and always has a positive attitude. She puts the kids first and always fights to advocate for what's best for the child. She can always be counted on, and they appreciate her positive, can-do attitude. She was in charge of this year's spelling bee, a member of the Social and Pride Committee, and continually works to keep the school a place where all people feel welcome, proud, and motivated to do their very best. Thank you. Johanna Aguiar from Hartford Sylvia Encinas, first grade teacher. Johanna is committed to the success of the first grade ELD students. Johanna works tirelessly to plan meaningful lessons that not only build her students' knowledge, but increase their language skills as well. Johanna has implemented a literacy program that teaches parents how to best read with their children at home. She's also the school coach for the Cise Puede robotics team. Next is Ed Kitts, paraeducator at Hull Elementary. As a second career, Ed Kitts joined the Hull staff 3 years ago as a crossing guard, noon aide, and most recently a paraprofessional in a classroom with children with autism. Ed has an amazing ability to learn their names, connecting with the kids in numerous ways. Ed continues to be an asset to the self-contained ADEPS program. He brings a kindness and understanding to the children with special needs. The school loves you, Ed. Julie Ivanhoe, the orchestra teacher at Jacobson. Julie goes above and beyond for her orchestra students. Each morning before school, you'll find her with a group of students providing extra assistance. She believes in their students' abilities to achieve great things and provides them with the inspiration and knowledge to succeed. She is kind and patient, and her students love her. When listening to an orchestra performance, one is always struck by how professional they sound. Congratulations, Julie. Next is Deepa Iyer from Knox Gifted Academy. Deepa is a sixth grade science teacher who prepares students' lessons and inspires students and opens their minds to the possibility and creative facets of the sciences. In addition, she creates educational experiences and opportunities for her students, organizing Knox's Science Fair, participating in science camps, robotics trainings, and even living at the Biosphere during the summer. She organized the school's VEX Robotics Club, facilitates the HICEF participation, and also finds time to chair the social committee. We thank you. Maureen Alger, Navarrete Elementary. Since opening Navarrete 11 years ago, Maureen has continuously put students first, even many times before her own family. She has been heavily involved in committees, active in the PTO functions, and she shares her students' success with outside incentives. She attends sporting events and baptisms of her students as well on the weekends. Maureen brings love, humor, and sensitivity to all she does and the little students she teaches. Ty Glander from Patterson Elementary. Both current and former students know that Ty genuinely cares about them personally and academically. The relationships that he has built will stick with his students forever. Ty helps with planning, copying, filling in for duties, and he's always willing to step up and help out as needed. Ty is active with Site Council, the Fire Pals, Character Counts Committee, and is the volunteer lunch coordinator. Ty, thanks for all you do. Susan Wilmas, kindergarten teacher from Riggs Elementary. Susan is always willing to volunteer and help with other teachers' duties and never complains. Susan is also a mentor to all of the kindergarten team, giving of her time freely and happily to teach the team a fun song or game that she has used over the years with her students. For more than 30 years, Susan has lovingly and calmly guided students and their parents through the process known as kindergarten. Susan will be missed when she retires this summer. Stephanie Byrne from Ryan Elementary. A third grade teacher, Stephanie plays an important role at Ryan. She's involved in many different ways, from being a team leader, heading up student council, and offering to do extra duties. On top of it all, she is simply an everyday outstanding teacher. She always puts her students' and coworkers' needs before her own, and is a great mentor and example for what being a Ryan Royal is all about. And Ryan feels very fortunate to have her. Tammy Bates from Sanborn Elementary. Tammy just celebrated her 25th year as a CUSD employee. Tammy has been at Sanborn since opening day and has touched many families' lives with her caring spirit and natural compassion. As attendance tech and registrar, she has seen many generations of Sanborn families come through the front door. She knows the families well and remembers students' names from many years past. Tammy is an institution at Sanborn. Next is Sarah Kovach, San Marcos Elementary. Now, Sarah has been a part of the kitchen staff since they started serving breakfast in the classrooms. Sarah is one of the first faces you see upon arriving at school. She is cheerfully bustling about the hall walkways, delivering the breakfast bags. It's hard to miss her contagiously good mood. She is hardworking, sweet, kind, thoughtful, and gets along with everyone. San Marcos is lucky to have her on their team. Next is Mary Logan, Santan Elementary. Mary is a passionate child advocate. She works with the mantra of children first and has a zest for learning for her students and herself. She goes the extra mile to reach her students through a nurturing and kind-hearted approach. In addition to being a third grade teacher, she serves as the Campus United Way campaign representative, Literacy Night and Volunteer Appreciation Coordinator, as well as Earth Day organizer. She has a can-do attitude and consistently does her job with a positive attitude and willingness to help. Thank you, Mary. Next will be Carla Hubert from Shumway Elementary. Carla's willingness to help out and go above and beyond her job expectation as library assistant are just a few of the characteristics that make her a valuable asset to Shumway. Carla has amazing positive attitude and attitude toward her job and students. She maintains high standards of professionalism in everything she does and can handle stressful situations with a smile. Carla has an impressive knowledge of how the library is run and is always coming up with new and innovative ways to make the Shumway Library a better place for staff and students. Becky Mag, first grade teacher, Tarwater Elementary. Becky has been a vital member of this Tarwater staff since the school opened in 1998. Not only is she an outstanding teacher, but during her time at Tarwater, she has served in many different roles such as the Community Service Club, Toro Ambassador sponsor, Garden Club sponsor, a member of the Literacy Leadership Committee, and Report Card Committee. She's been a CEF representative, a Career Ladder representative, and Response to Intervention Team member. Becky has done it all at Tarwater Elementary. Next is David Skuse, 7th grade science teacher at Anderson Jr. Dave is a veteran teacher who strives to make sure his students are academically challenged and socially successful. He brings a sense of humor and positivity to work each day and has a great rapport with students and staff alike. Dave often covers classes when someone is in need, will make copies for teachers, is the School Infinite campus guru when it takes time to help staff when they are in need, and his hard work and dedication to Anderson Jr. is greatly appreciated. Thank you, David. Lauren Iflander, Bogle Junior High School. Now, Lauren stands out among the Bogle staff in her outstanding research-based approach to teaching and learning. Lauren openly shares her research and knowledge with colleagues, opening her classroom and providing resources to others. In addition to her ability to connect students to history and social studies, Lauren also possesses a vast knowledge of middle grade and adolescent literature. She makes a strong connection with students, as evidenced by the fact that every year students return from high school and beyond to check in with her. Lauren, we thank you. Next is Carolyn Standiford, Santan Junior High. Carolyn has worked over the past 10 years as Santan School's guidance counselor. Her expertise in providing resources and positive feedback to teachers and parents is commendable. Carolyn facilitates the Multicultural Committee and has brought to the campus the Mix It Up Days at lunch, where students are grouped with new friends during lunch, coupled with games, music, and questions prompts to keep them engaged. Eugene White, Willis Junior High School. Willis staff and students were happy to have Eugene back on campus as security guard this year. All school rules have been consistently enforced since the first day of school, making everyone's job easier. Students know exactly what is expected of them from the moment they step on campus until they leave at the end of the day. Eugene spends a great deal of time making important connections with students too, so they know that he is not just an enforcer of rule, but someone they can turn to with questions, problems, and concerns. We thank you, Eugene. From Arizona College Prep Erie campus, Emily Wishman. Emily is a person of uncommon valor. It may sound strange to use that euphemism to describe a teacher, but for Emily it fits. She sets goals for her students where failure is not an option. Her students benefit from detailed, precise comments, all designed to encourage and to better their skills. Emily cares that her students learn. If she feels they aren't improving, she cannot just shrug it off. She will persist until she finds an answer. She connects with her students on a warm, personal level, and her approach is always smooth and professional. Thank you. Janet Harkoff from Arizona College Prep, Oakland. She's a Life Connections and computer teacher. She's an innovator, and she created the Life Connections class for students to learn study skills, note-taking, as well as a knowledge of what they will need in order to achieve their academic goals. Throughout the year, Janet finds outside groups to come in and provide experiences for her students. She has been the student council sponsor. She works with the Interact Club, as well as leading other many activities, including the Night on the Arts. We thank you, Janet. From Basha Accelerated Middle School, Amanda Cook. Amanda has been the go-to person for Basha High's Accelerated Middle School. She's been there since the inception and was a major part in organizing every facet of this higher learning institution. Amanda is always making sure that AMS runs smoothly, helps other teachers with relaying messages to students, and completes any challenge to ensure the highest level of students' learning. Thank you, Amanda. Erin Neal from Chandler Online Academy. She's the administrative assistant, and during her years there, she's been a shining star, always helping others with a smile on her face. She works to input the thousands of classes and students, keeps track of attendance logs, enters transcripts, schedules finals, problem solves technology, and never complains. Students enjoy talking with her when they come in to take their tests because she takes interest in their lives outside of school. We thank you, Erin. Esteban Donan is custodial lead at Basha High School. Esteban consistently helps all faculty members on campus. Many times, he's dropped everything to help a coworker with their needs. Esteban is always so positive and helpful, especially with events such as the blood drives and Smiles for Christmas. They wouldn't be successful without him. Besides all the work he does, he sets a positive atmosphere as he's always crossing through campus, saying hello to all, and greeting people with his smile. Thank you, Esteban. Kathy Buren, the dance teacher at Chandler High. Kathy's assignments promote critical reflection, thinking, and learning, and ask students to not only know the terms in a section, but to demonstrate them, choreograph them, and use their minds creatively. Unlike many other dance programs, her students choreograph the pieces, not her. That gives the students an opportunity to take responsibility for movement, teaching constructively, and ownership of their material. Next up is Ulysses Urenda from Perry High School, custodian. Ulysses is always positive and smiling. He's prompt to do what he is asked, and he does it with a positive attitude. He appreciates having a job, and he does his work with pride, no matter how messy the job is. And on a personal note, when he travels to his hometown in Mexico, on top of bringing tons of gifts for the people on his farm, this year he threw a Christmas party for the whole place, making goodie bags for more than 500 kids. He bought piñatas for them, provided food for all of them to enjoy, and have a fabulous get-together, paying for all of this out of his own pocket. We thank you, Ulysses. Next is Lisa Bazzioni, Central Kitchen. She's our distribution lead in our kitchen. Since Lisa was promoted to lead position at the Central Kitchen, the distribution department has improved its accuracy and efficiency. She can handle anything asked of her and always makes deadlines. Lisa has confidence in herself as well as her team members. She doesn't mind coming in early if needed and takes pride in the work she and her crew accomplish. We thank you, Lisa. Anna Romero Morfin. Anna Romero handles childcare at the Little Express at Hamilton High School. Anna was a student enrolled in the early childhood education classes at Hamilton High for 3 years. Now, as a staff member, her personality is exhibited in her soft-spoken, quiet, and cautious demeanor. She possesses a gentle, kind, loving, patient, and nurturing nature and is able to recognize and understand what a child might be feeling and needing. Anna, we thank you. From our district office, Susan McLeod. Sue has done an outstanding job supporting the Little Express Child Care Centers and preschool programs for the last 8 years as the program secretary. She is often the very first contact parents have when inquiring about CUSD's birth through 4-year-old program offerings. Her customer service skills are exceptional. and can be witnessed on a daily basis as she provides valuable information to assist families in selecting a program that best fits the needs of their child. She puts in countless hours to ensure that programmatic and staff needs are supported. Thank you, Sue. Next, we have Linda DeCreif from the IRC. Having been employed by CUSD for over 25 years, Linda has served the district in various capacities, including teacher, counselor, and special education facilitator. As a facilitator, much of her work centers on serving the district's high-needs population. Her work fosters enduring partnerships within the community, not only strengthens CUSD, but ultimately supports students. She prides herself on building positive relationships with students, families, and staff. And when working with staff members, she often remarks, "It's always about the relationship." Thank you, Linda. Kirby Stout from our maintenance division. Kirby has an excellent work ethic, does an outstanding job, and he's an asset to the general maintenance second shift and support services. Kirby has a great attitude and is a team player. He is always willing to take on any extra responsibilities and goes above and beyond to make sure the job is done right. Kirby is a valued employee to CUSD. Tammy Rockwell, bus driver at the Ira King Transportation Yard. You gotta love that spirit, don't you? She can recruit even at recognition night. Anyway, Tammy has outstanding leadership skills and works tirelessly. We can tell she works tirelessly, doesn't she? To boost positive staff morale. Tammy has been with transportation for 2 years as a driver. Tammy is a ray of sunshine. She supplies drivers with cup holders and folder covers for their buses, provided the shop techs with work gloves, and Tammy has helped head up potlucks for her department. Tammy is one of the first to volunteer for anything. Thank you, Tammy. And last but not least, from our Perry Yard Transportation, John Duranick, a bus driver. John is a special needs student driver. He has been a bus driver for 5 years. His willingness to assist other staff members is impressive. Whether it is fueling another driver's bus in time of need, preparing a bus for a trip, or helping out in the office, John has the respect and gratitude of his fellow staff members. John, we thank you for all you do. Would you join me in one more round of applause for all of tonight's recognition winners?